Good morning, Melbourne.
Wakey, wakey.
Wake up, Melbourne. Jason Lauren. Turn it up.
Start your morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jason Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday.
Good morning, Melbourne. Did we all survive that very strange, cold, but then sunny weekend?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag,
It was
wasn't
a
it?
good sleep-in weekend.
I broke out the jumper.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Had a hoodie on.
The Woolies.
yeah,
But
broke
then
out the
it's
woolies.
36 again this weekend.
Oh, I couldn't.
So summer's
all
not
over
over,
the shop.
guys. Summer is
One leg under the doona, one leg out.
Yeah.
Couldn't acclimatise.
Yes.
Hot cold.
Do you sleep one leg out?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely, I do. I have the bed to myself, so I sleep how I want.
Good call.
Well, no, I sleep tucked
It's a
in.
lot
I
of
start
fun.
tucked in and then I wake up one leg out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how'd I
Because
get
have
in?
you seen those cocoon sheets they're trying to sell these days
No.
where it's like you fully wrap yourself in this sheet,
Oh,
but it's still
like
got
you're
a...
in the womb.
Yes, but there's a little slit,
Oh.
but it's for your leg.
Oh.
Not the third leg, just one of your legs.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. I haven't seen. I've actually never had that targeted ad on Instagram.
It was on Shark Tank.
Just
Oh.
wait for
and
it.
did anyone invest in it?
No, funnily enough, they gave it a miss. But yes, they described it as like sleeping in the womb.
Ooh,
Um,
fantastic.
Guys, we've got a jam-packed show today.
Oh, we're going
Don't we
Monday.
just?
Jonathan Brown's joining us shortly. Brownie.
I'll tell you, I love her. She's been on there for years. She's a bloody good journalist. Tara Brown's going to be joining us from 60 Minutes. If I get done in a scandal, she's the one I'd like
If you
to interview.
if you walk into an interview and Tara's there,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble.
You cooked.
Her or Tracy?
So Tara Brown. Oh yeah, I don't know who I'd prefer. I love them both.
Put my
though.
ducks with
I'd-
both of them.
I wouldn't mind Peter Overton just so I can do
Oh,
the
so nice.
put your manners back in.
Yeah. Peter.
So
Peter.
Tara Brown is on because she did
Peter.
that famous interview with Mel Gibson. Obviously, that Netflix show Apple Cider Vinegar has gone bananas online.
Yeah.
But she is doing a follow-up on Mel Gibson. Where is she now?
I just love that
Where is she now?
in the 60 Minutes interview, she couldn't even answer how old she was.
I know, but that's me. How old are you? Well, I believe that I'm 26. I really believe that I'm 26. I
Not
live like I'm
immaturity,
26.
Lauren. How old are you?
I think isn't Belle Gibson a Victorian? I think she is. She's
I wouldn't believe any of it.
Yeah, she could be anywhere.
A lot of that Apple Cider Vinegar was filmed around Melbourne, though, if you watch it.
Yeah.
So look, Tara Brown's going to join us a
Well,
little
she's
bit
from
later on.
Northcote. Northside.
Is she?
Speaking-
Or that's what she says.
She wouldn't be there anymore.
You never know.
She's in
Speaking
hiding
of
somewhere.
Brownie, I tell you what, the footy is back, and it just sort of feels right that the footy's back.
It's a bit early for me.
Is it?
When does it actually
No,
start?
I'm
3
ready for it.
weeks.
It's great.
3 weeks till the real stuff starts.
What's that, second week of March?
Yeah, there's
Does
like
it-
pracky matches tonight.
So it's 0 round? Or-
Opening round.
Opening round.
Opening 0 round.
Round O.
So hang on, 0 and opening are the same.
Sponsored by Coke Zero, yes. Opening round.
Opening round. And then we go to round.
One.
Wow.
Great.
Yes.
Love that
I reckon
for
you
us.
ask that question at least once a week.
Well, they keep changing it. So I'm allowed to.
You ask it a lot.
They change it a lot.
Work it out, bro.
They
Work
change
it
it a
out.
lot.
Jam-packed show
Hey,
this morning. And also later this week, we've got more tickets to the Grand Prix to give away.
Our top cop, Shane Patton, stepping down.
Well, sort of been half pushed, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Who takes that job?
Rick Nugent is going to step into the role as acting chief.
How'd you know that, Clint?
Oh, just
I just caught you watching the
Just-
Today Show that was on, wasn't
just
it?
an extraordinary
Are
journalist.
you literally just reading the screen?
He was.
reading the graphic on the screen?
God, I'll laugh if their graphics guy got it wrong. Let's get into it. This is Teddy's Swims Bad Dreams. Welcome to Monday. Good morning. This is Nova.
Wasn't a great weekend for weather in Melbourne, although that afternoon sun was beautiful yesterday.
You know, Lauren put on the fake candles and fireplace on her TV. You know how you can...
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, we had a masseuse in yesterday
Oh.
downstairs.
Sven,
How is Sven?
Are you?
are you? Sven,
And are you? Or one
Are you-
person?
Not Sven.
Oh, Sven.
Anyway, she came
are
in.
you,
We had afternoon.
Are you relaxed?
I was very relaxed.
Was it like when my wife got a masseuse around to the house and she was playing music off Spotify, but it wasn't Spotify Premium? So halfway through the
Yeah,
sail
halfway
away,
through the candles
sail
on the
away.
screen, the KFC ad came
Yes!
on, and I was like,
Shut up and take my
I
money.
don't care.
That's what we've decided on Sundays. We are all about wellness on Sundays to start
Or
the week.
spend the extra and get the premium.
I
you
know.
guys have
it
been
was so nice. We're on health.
Wellness warriors.
We're wellness warriors. Now I'm concerned because my Paul went up to Sydney. He left the bunker because
Yes.
we're doing a month, 28 days of wellness. And he said, "Oh, my horse is running in Sydney." I was like, that doesn't scream wellness to me. So off he went to Sydney.
I can't believe he did this.
He went with Clint. Sanners, how was the wellness continuation when he was at Royal Randwick
Did he-
watching his horse called Dale
Did
run?
he break Feb fast?
Lauren,
Here we go. Here we go.
Tell-
I'm sorry to say,
Tell the truth.
I am sorry to say that Paul, your beautiful fiance, was on his best behaviour.
Okay, he said he was. He said he had steak and water.
The worst thing he did, I think there was a beautiful lamb dish which
Oh, yeah.
looked very clean.
Yes.
Looked very clean. I think the worst thing he did, he might have sampled a rice paper roll, a mini rice paper roll.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing in the liquid form.
He was, I was trying to tempt him.
Oh, I have no doubt.
I just thought
I have no
thought
doubt.
Content
Look-
101 for this show.
Yep.
Let me try and tempt you
Paulie,
any which
fireball.
way I can.
So Paul and Maddie Damon have a horse called Dale that they named Dale after Dale from Step Brothers.
Brilliant.
It's got the silks are the same colour as Dale. You have to say it like that. Dale's vest that he wears in Step Brothers. And they were so excited about this horse running. He was like a kid on Christmas Day.
Does Matt FaceTime in?
Yes.
I think he did.
He does.
Yes, he does. To watch the race. So it was the first time they've run in the city. I was watching it at home on Channel 7 and oh my gosh, the beat up around Matt owning a horse was like the carry
on TV?
Yeah,
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 right.
Anyway, Dale did well until about 200 metres to go, and I would suggest that the ending is quite important in horse racing. And then he sort of stopped.
Well,
What do you mean?
Dale,
Hang on.
Well, no,
got-
he kept running. We just was a bit
copped
tired.
copped a little nudge and sort of then fell
Not-
back midfield.
Not the 10.
But he's still quite young compared to some of the other horses,
Very much
Paul
so.
tells me.
Very
But
much
Paul
so.
said if Dale had have won, Fed Fast would have been out the window.
Yes,
I
it
would
was.
have ripped the ears off it.
Absolutely.
I was like,
There was
okay,
that
done.
threat.
He's off.
There was that threat. Well, I probably wouldn't have made weekend today the next morning.
Yeah,
either.
right.
Yes, so thankfully Dale didn't win and Fed Fast continues.
I
It
can't
was-
believe he went to the race.
It was funny having a look at the race book because in the race book all the owners are listed.
Oh, yep.
It's got Paul's name and then it's got Matt's name and everyone, all the bogans in the outer are like, it's Matt Damon. I wonder if he's here.
Is he in the outer? Is he in the outer?
After they had it on Channel 7, apparently the odds just dropped because everyone bet
Yeah.
on Matt's horse.
Really?
I was like, Paul, you know this has nothing to do with you.
This is Drake. I know when that hotline bling, passionate from miles away. God's plan. God's plan.
So after entertaining Melbourne the last few days,
See, Drake loves the headline, doesn't he?
oh,
God, he's offloaded some cash.
isn't he
Jesus.
getting
I don't
around?
know why he's bothering doing a show because he's doing a show in every club, bar, and restaurant that'll have him.
Yeah, well, as I say, Melbourne's turn last week. Now it's Sydney's turn. He actually hit. Now, Lauren, we're very cool, it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the last time we were in Sydney together
Yes.
and we hit up a nightclub?
Oh, yes. Is
Jesus.
that where he did the
The
gig?
Caterpillar
Caterpillar Club.
And
Yes.
we stood in line.
Oh, my God. The Caterpillar Club. It's really cool.
Where is it?
It's around the
Very
corner
cool.
from that Hotel Capella.
It is.
The Caterpillar
We
Club.
stood in line and
You left.
I left because
We got there, they were letting people walk in. We got in, they're like, you guys are first in line.
Yeah.
I was like, first in line? Just let us in. They're like, we're stopping the walk-ins here, and you are in line.
yeah.
I was like, and it was raining and Clint bailed.
You weren't on the list.
We went on.
Story of my life.
We got in about 3 seconds later after Clint
Yeah,
left,
right.
though.
It's quite
It was him. It was
exclusive.
obviously him that was the
right.
problem.
Yeah,
So instead of
my
not in those
shoes.
shoes, it was not with that guy.
I had three girls and Clint.
I
And
was
Clint was
dressed
like,
too
I'm
well.
not doing this. And then he left and in we went.
Yeah, right.
Quite exclusive, and as it turns out, a little surprise because Drake did a little mini club gig.
Valentine's Day, I have a really serious question to ask. Did anybody leave their situation to come here tonight? That's what
Oh, turning on the
Yes.
charm is
Did
Drake.
anybody leave
So
their
what?
situation?
He just popped up and
Just popped up.
did some songs.
Speaking of popping up, I was in Barangaroo on Valentine's Day.
Well, that's where Crown is. That's a very expensive part of Sydney. What were you doing there on your own?
cab get lost?
Just having a nice little Valentine's Day
No,
dinner
tell
for
the
one.
truth. What were you
What were
doing
you doing
there?
there?
What were you doing at Crown, Clint? You
Here
said,
we go. Here we go.
I'll get to that.
you said, I said, what are you doing at Crown on your own? And you said,
What did I say?
no, you say it.
No, you say it.
You say it.
You say it?
You tell it.
No.
I want you to say what you were doing there.
I went and got myself a frozen yogurt from Froyo. Or no, Yo. What's it called?
Yo,
You're
for
telling the story, but that's not what you were doing at Crown.
What was he
No.
doing at Crown?
He went to look at the Rolex shop.
What are they paying you on weekend today?
I was window shopping, Jace.
That is so sad on Valentine's Day on his own
What am I
window
gonna buy
shopping
myself?
at Rolex.
Imagine if he went in. Are we buying something special for someone special? Nope, just me. The Rolex shop. Is that going to fit in your Mercedes hatchback?
True or false? Did you text me that?
What model did you
it's
go?
True. It's
the
true,
wanker?
all right? It's true. It's true.
Good
Everyone
on
needs
you.
to.
You know what? It's a good spot to go on Valentine's Day if you're single, because then you're like, crikey, if I had a wife, I'd be trying to buy two.
Rolex. Jeez.
Oh, you just
I've got a
spoiled my
watch.
story.
Don't you start. It's the other day you said, I think
Anyway, what were you saying, Clint?
He said he wants a Rolex
What
the other
Rolex do you
day.
want?
I suggested one, and then I looked online. I sent it to him. I'm like, "This is the Rolex that I said would look good on you," and it
And
was
I died.
$78,000.
I know. I'm like, Jesus, what am I going to sell the house to buy a watch? Does it come with wheels? Can it drive me to work?
Anyway, back to Froyo.
Across the road from the Rolex shop is
Much
Yochi.
cheaper, much more affordable.
Very relatable.
Much more affordable.
Went in there by myself on Valentine's Day, didn't I? Grabbed a beautiful butterscotch Yochi, which is, I think, the king of all Yochi flavours.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch with
I'm
some
a fruity
Nutella.
Yochi
You
girl.
want to kick back from Yochi to pay for the watch?
Jeez, bloody hell, it was good. Yeah, I am actually.
It's a lot of Yochis
Yeah.
to get it Rolex.
Oh, yeah.
Barreled out of Yochi straight into Drake's inner circle. 8 security guards surrounding Drake. Drake in the middle with one of his mates.
Yeah.
I somehow infiltrated the circle, found myself in the circle with Drake and my Yochi, and not a Rolex to be seen.
He would have had enough
Oh, with
Rolexes for both of you.
With my wooden spoon.
Imagine if you did the bump into him and you, sorry.
You want some?
Did he say hello?
I said, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, it's all right, man. It's not. It's all right.
Was he going into Yochi?
Hang on, did he say it was all right or did the security guard say it?
He said it was all right. Yeah, it's all right, man.
Well, clearly you weren't going to rob him for his Rolex. You were busy eating your Yochi. Was he going into frozen Yochi?
I don't believe so. I
Oh.
think he might have been going to Rolex.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
walking
right.
yeah,
past.
yeah. I think he's staying at Crown.
8 security
He-
guards.
he-
8
he is
security
staying at
guards.
Crown.
You get through with a tub of frozen yogurt, which could have
Yeah,
a bomb in
I
it.
infiltrated the circle.
I had a friend at Crown the other day and they were blacking out all the windows up in the penthouse.
Oh, for Drake.
So
Were
no
they?
photographers can take photos inside.
It was hectic
Whoa.
around there. The security
Yeah.
presence was unbelievable.
Well, obviously not very
I
good.
know.
Well, good morning, Melbourne. It is just gone 27 to 7. Hey,
morning.
we were just talking about Drake out and about in Sydney. You know who else was spotted into clubs on the weekend?
I didn't go to any clubs in the weekend. Who was it?
Raygun.
Oh, she's still a thing.
Raygun is still a thing.
She took a tumble.
Is she dancing on a podium and she fell off?
Yep. She got up in the club to do some Raygun dance moves. And
Oh,
unfortunately, when she attempted the kangaroo, she went off the edge.
Oh, she's a bit cooked, isn't she?
Oh, she is.
Hang on.
oh, that's so embarrassing. The poor thing.
First things first, is she okay?
I mean, she gets back up.
Yeah, she's fine.
I'd say
fine.
she's okay.
Okay. She
I mean-
looks pissed.
She looks
Is she
hammered.
pissed?
I think so.
She
She's
looked a bit
blind.
drunky at
Look
the
at her.
Olympics. So it's okay.
Oh, don't you talk.
Confess?
Getting this thing off my chest. These are my confessions.
I love this song.
We are opening the confession line this week. Club confessions.
What happened in the club?
Oh.
13, 24, 10. If you're a ray gun and you took to the podium and then
Clint, remember when
fell
you
off?
kissed the girl in the club and she burped in your mouth?
Oh, my God.
How
You know
could
what's worse?
forget?
Did he go back?
I went back. A second and a third time.
She's a keeper.
God.
She's a keeper.
God, you know it's bad when you're going back to that.
It's
Oh
real
my
belchy as
God.
well.
Actually, no,
Ah.
I had a similar thing in Brisbane. Going to Hotel LA and met this girl, and she had the worst breath.
Oh, yuck. Not halitosis.
No.
Isn't halitosis one of the worst things? You can...
Never experienced
shocking.
it.
Shocking.
Yeah, right. Well, I experienced it the week after. 13, 24, 10. What's happened in the club?
Actually, your sister fell down the stairs
She
at
did.
Boutique. You know
Casey
the
will be
stairs?
listening this morning.
What'd she
Casey,
do?
shout out, fell down the stairs leaving Boutique and broke her leg.
She broke her leg?
Her leg.
Did they have to get the ambulance?
Broke her
Those
leg.
stairs at
the thing
Boutique are
is,
iconic. The amount of people that fell down them. But she's the only person I know that broke her leg. Can we talk to her if she's up?
well, yeah, for sure. But she was so pissed that she didn't realise she'd broken the leg, so
That's
she
so
kept
bad.
sort of stumbling home like, I've hurt my leg, and then woke up the next morning and like, that's broken.
Casey, you are a mother.
What a legend. No,
God.
she Macrich long before she was a mother.
Right. She was a mother at the races, though, wasn't she? Because it was a similar situation.
She didn't
there.
fall down the stairs.
Oh, she's an embarrassment.
I love her.
Can we just go into the low
But drink
set marquees,
responsibly.
not the high set? 13, 24, 10. Club confessions. We are talking club confessions.
Confess?
Getting this thing off my chest. These are my confessions.
Oh, what happened to you in the nightclub?
In the club.
Reagan was in a club on the
Club.
weekend. She did a surprise performance and she surprised herself when doing the kangaroo. She fell off the stage.
Happens to the best of us.
I'm trying to
Reagan.
rack my brain.
She might
I
have
mean,
had a few little shandies before.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If you join us on the air, I got VIP tickets to Melbourne Fashion Festival.
Oh, fancy.
That could be coming your way. I've also got $200 skincare control packs and gym memberships.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, mate, I've got it all. See, everything must
It
go.
was a
So,
great, crazy run-out sale.
yep. So 13, 24, 10 is our number. What do you want to confess to that you did in the club?
confessions. I don't know if we should be confessing what we did in the club. I just have no memory. That's my issue.
I unfortunately have a bad memory from a club in Ballet.
Oh, ballet.
Is it Hotel Mexicola?
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Motel Mexicola.
Motel.
You
I've,
dance on the tables, don't
I've given
you?
it too much class. Motel Mexicola. Yeah, well, they come round with just bottles of tequila.
Yeah, and pour it into your gob.
Is it
I love
tequila,
that.
though? Is
Do
it
you?
tequila, though?
Exactly.
What's in it?
Really?
Ah, yeah.
Everyone raves about that joint, and you go there, and it's just
you've
a
got to have an
sweat
open
box.
mind. You're not going there in your Sunday best.
No.
Oh, because it's a
It gets
restaurant first and
loosey-goosey.
foremost,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it transitions into a nightclub.
And I didn't know it
What
transitions
could
into
go
a
wrong?
nightclub, so I'm
There's
just
often kids and stuff there too that have had dinner.
sitting there eating my fish taco, and
Oh,
then all
yeah.
of a sudden
yum.
the music gets pumping, the tequila comes out, and I was there with someone we know, Byron,
Byron?
who used to work at the other radio station. We
Byron?
worked at, yeah, he was in
You
Ba-
went to Bali
Byron?
together.
No, we were in Bali at the same. You know how you always bump
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
Aussies in
yeah.
Bali?
Oh, we should grab a drink.
Exactly right.
Last time I was in Bali, Michael Whipfley was there, as was Dr. Chris Brown.
Right, there you go.
All in the same place at once.
So he ordered me a special drink. It was, you know how every bar will have that big extravagant drink you can order. This one came out and it was on fire.
Oh, of course it
Oh,
was.
God.
Yeah.
And did
did
Byron
have
order that?
Did have a slice
Oh,
of
he
pineapple in
loves
the
it.
top.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to put the drink out, and then I drank it. You know when
So
like,
it's like, this is a safety hazard. This is a fire hazard. Blow it out quick. No fun allowed.
do you have an extinguisher? I need a fire blanket.
Dad, settle down.
And you know when like a drink hits your lips and you just know your body's saying no.
Yeah.
And I did a chunder
Power
right there,
spear.
Oh, you chugged it at the table?
right there at the table on the floor.
You just pour some water on it. It's happened before.
I just poured some water, wiped my face, and then we all carried on with the
Jason,
night.
yeah, that's very Motel Mexico.
Not one of my proudest moments.
Oh my God, yuck. That's disgusting.
Oh, and you're sitting next to Jessica who's trying to chow down on her nachos.
Yuck.
Zach, yours happened overseas as well. Morning, mate. Welcome to the show.
G'day guys, how are you?
We're doing well.
Hey.
What
Zach.
happened in the club?
Good, good. I was on a boys trip in Queenstown in New Zealand, and we were doing a bar hop. We ended up at some rooftop bar. They had 2 flights of stairs, probably about 15 stairs each, and as we were leaving, I lost my footing on the top one and went sliding down all of them. Thought I'd broken my back. Had to get a scan, and turned out I just bruised the discs in my back.
Oh,
But,
did
yeah.
you must have gone backwards and slid down?
Oh, it was
Oof.
terrific. All my mates were laughing until I couldn't move at the bottom.
There is something so funny when your friend falls over, though. And
Also-
sometimes you just can't
Yeah.
help get them up because you just laugh.
But it's a roller coaster of emotion because all your friends would have felt bad. And then you go to the hospital and then they go, nothing broken, just a disc. And then they all start giving you crap
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. No, they don't even feel bad at the time.
Yeah.
It's
Zach,
Here's another beer.
did you have a few sherbets?
Yeah, a couple of sherbets.
Yeah, okay.
So it didn't feel too much at the time, but the next day was pretty
Oh,
painful.
see, that's the other thing when the sherbets wear off, and it's like, oh,
My friend went to the Drake concert the other night in a box, and they had
sorry, corporate box,
like
sorry.
a corporate box, and they had
Cardboard box.
sorry.
I thought he's a fancy dress. Will they have their arms out the side?
They didn't wear a box.
Right.
They were in a corporate box, and there's alcohol in them. And there was many of them, took a bottle of vodka from the box because they paid for it. And they're like, we're taking this. They took it to a club and just asked for a bucket of ice and put it in. I'm like, you can't do that. They did it
That's fantastic.
in Melbourne the other night.
Jeez.
The staff kind of didn't quite work it out.
They were like,
What
we
had
didn't,
happened?
we didn't know we do table service.
Yeah.
That's quite random.
It's their own. I'm like, you can't be doing that in a club. Can you?
Yes.
Sort of anything goes in a
Yes.
club. Remember when you used to be able to smoke darts in a club?
I know. And you come home with holes in all
that
of your
was the-
clothes.
And your clothes just smelt like an
You had
ashtray.
to have like a 15-minute shower and scrub. before
God, they
you-
were the good old days, weren't they? This is Nova 100. You are on the air with Jace and Lauren Clint here as well. We're doing it thanks to our mates at Shell Ready Express. Hey, guys, there's no off-season with KO Sports. Get on board today. One of our good mates joining us via Brisbane this morning. He's in the doghouse out the back. Jonathan Brown. Brownie, good morning.
Brownie.
That's right, yeah. I'm in Kyle's office in the doghouse. Actually, it's not a bad doghouse. I had the flu a couple of weeks ago and it lasted about 48 hours and I managed to weasel out a week out
How
in
good. In the
isolation.
man cave.
Yeah, in the man cave. It was
You got your own
fantastic.
kitchen out in the man cave?
It's great. Got my own kitchen. I've got a little FaceTime. There's Kyle's work stuff. And I've got the golf on out in the back.
Oh, my God. It's
On
a
KO,
man
of course.
cave.
Here you go. I'm right on tune today, aren't I?
That's pretty
guys?
good. That's pretty.
It's not so, but if Paul had that, he'd be faking the flu every week.
Brownie, I'll give
Yeah,
you a hot
that's a good
tip,
setup.
and I'm only saying this because I know the missus wouldn't be listening. I got a little man cave out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not little, Brownie. It's
You
quite
were- I'll
big.
shut up.
It's
In
a
his
big
palatial
pool
mansion.
house.
It's a suburban house, Brownie. Ignore them.
There could be a tunnel between the house and the man cave.
He recently put in a Vintec wine fridge.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, I've got one of those.
Oh, yeah,
Good
yeah,
are
yeah.
they?
Listen, that's not what I'm getting to. I was going to say, I put in a little surveillance camera looking back at the house.
Of course you did.
What, so no one can come in or out of your man cave?
Well, no, you can just see them coming.
Oh. What are you doing in there,
No, just
filthy animal?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's not.
Do you have CCTV in your man cave, Brownie? It's getting a little
No, I
creepy in
don't.
here.
I don't. I can
Good.
go. I don't have to enter the house though to go to the beer fridge or the wine fridge. How sophisticated does he sound when he rolls out the Vintec wine?
okay. Can we?
I
I've got the
know.
beer fridge, mate.
Can we
It's
talk
right next
footy?
to his Rolex
Yes,
collection.
Footy's back, Brownie. The
is.
NRL do it well with their Maori team up against the Indigenous All-Stars, but it looks like the AFL is sort of taking their lead. It's the first time it's been back in 10 years. Was it a success?
The All Stars, absolutely. There's a good crowd over against Fremantle at what's it called now, Optus Stadium, I think.
Yeah.
So it was good to see, and it's great to see the Indigenous boys such a highlight of our game. To see them all together and playing in the one team, it's pretty tough for playing your first practice match against an Indigenous All Stars team. So no wonder Fremantle didn't get close.
Did
to
they
it,
get
but,
walloped, Fremantle?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, they got walloped. So
the coach
it
said-
was good. It was good to see, wasn't it?
Who coached the Indigenous All-Stars?
That's a good question.
Ex-Clark, Xavier Clark, an
Xavier
old
Clark.
teammate of mine.
Oh, yeah.
He was at Brisbane. I'm not sure he played a game at Brisbane, but he had a big influence on the whole team because I do remember we had the Brisbane floods in 2011, which was devastating, and someone decided to fill the dams up and never empty them out. But anyway, that's another story. But ex-Clark, we had to sandbag his place. So talk about team unity. I still
mud
remember
army.
sandbagging his place so it wouldn't get flooded.
Why
But it-
why was it Freo that were chosen to play them?
I'm not sure, but yeah. So it would have been part of the practice match
Right, okay, gotcha.
schedule, the way it worked in for them. But there was a few games on the weekend, which is good to see. I see Whitten Oval had the Bulldogs and Essendon running around. I think there was a game yesterday as well, and there's a few more games this week. They call it Match Sim. Actually, the Collingwood's coming to town on the Gold Coast. They play the Suns and Brisbane in like a little. Remember the old Lightning Premiership when we were kids? You play against 3 or 4 other teams and you play 20-minute halves. Well, that's happening here on Thursday night on the Gold Coast.
Oh,
so
everyone's got a
all
taste
the
for it, don't
Collingwood
they?
nuffies will probably be up here, I
Yes.
reckon, just
Wouldn't
getting
you,
some of the good weather.
Footy fans are going feral already.
As a past player, you'd have to hold back a bit in those games, wouldn't you? Like you'd be gutted if you were injured in one of these matches before the season kicks off.
Absolutely. I used to just try and play the last one, Jace. A good question. So,
Yeah,
because
thank
you've
you.
trained for 4 or 5 months, the players are so professional now that we often hear about the stories, the Red Bull training camp, you know, I think Christian Petrarca's gone to Austria.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all this sort of stuff. Then the Bont always goes to San Diego, some high performance centre. Well, a lot of the players have jumped on now, and that happens in about October. So the boys won't want to get injured in this last week or so.
Where do you go,
before.
Brownie? Eagle Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doomben or Eagle Farm, mate. That's a good off season for me. But I remember I was around still in the day standards of the high altitude camps.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah, where'd you go? Colorado or something?
Colorado and Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. I remember the teams going to Arizona. Do they not do that anymore? They used to send them to really high altitude places because your lung capacity has to be better. So you get fitter.
The problem is, though, you go over in December, Loz, and scientifically, as soon as you come home, it's sort of out of your system after 2 or 3 weeks. So the footy season wasn't for another 3 months. So the club's
like money
worked
well
out
spent.
after a while it's a complete waste of time, and it's cost the club about $400,000 for the exercise.
3/4 of them get on the dart straight away as well, and there goes the lung
that's right.
capacity.
Well, we used to have a night out, and as a little reward, you would have a night out, Stanners. You'd absolutely blow the doors off it. You'd be hung over for the whole flight home, and then you take about a week to recover. So
Can't believe they don't do that anymore. It's amazing. There is no off season with KO Sports. Get on board today. Hey, Brownie, just before we let you go, who's your tip this season? Who's your money on?
The mighty Brisbane Lions. I've got to stick with my boys. I saw Joe Danaher the other day, actually.
How's
just,
retirement
went
treating?
down his neck of the woods. He lives down near Byron Bay, so just enjoying retirement.
Where everyone
He's
goes to
loving
live a
it.
happy long life after they finish business. Hey, Brownie, just
Absolutely.
quickly, you into supercars?
Absolutely. Into the
you are.
supercars.
I was
Took
going to
young
say,
Jack
on our little
last
prep
year.
sheet here, it's got all the stats about supercars, and I thought, I wonder what Jonathan has to do with supercars.
Well, you know what? I'm probably reading the same stat sheet as you, Loz. So far away. You're not going to be able to get me there.
Jonathan Brown joining us on the air this morning. Good to chat, Brownie. Have a good one, mate.
Beautiful. Make
See
sure
you,
you get
Brownie.
KO.
Well, good morning, Melbourne. It is just gone 7:07. We've got a huge show still to come. Your chance to win $5,000 coming up at 8 this morning.
Tara Brown is joining us shortly. She did that infamous Belle Gibson interview. Anyone watched Apple Cider Vinegar yet?
It's on my list this week.
I mean, we all know the story, right? But it's deeper and darker than we thought. Well, than I thought when I watched it. It's like number 1 on Netflix, I think.
Speaking of 60 Minutes, I got a full review from Lauren on last night's Peter
From
Dutton
Margaret
interview.
Pomerantz?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't sleep last night because I was so angry about the taxi investigation that they did. What was shown on 60 Minutes last night was just nothing short of a disgrace. Firstly, as a normal person in society who wants to go and get in a taxi, it's a disaster a lot of the time. And there's great taxi drivers out there, don't get me wrong, who are going to get caught up in this whole thing. But there's a real issue going on with cabs in Melbourne and the way people are being treated. And then there was an investigation into some drivers and the way they're treating people on the NDIS. And I couldn't sleep. I felt sick about it. It was just absolutely disgraceful. So my thoughts are with everyone affected by that. There were families on there. And then it moved on to a Peter Dutton interview.
Which is what I asked about. Yeah.
Well, I think the other things were important, to be honest.
taking the mickey.
It was not okay. We saw.
I mean, look,
Peter Dutton. Carl Stefanovic did a great interview with him last night, and it made him so likable.
Turned on the charm, didn't he?
Well, he just seemed like a family man, and I was impressed.
Even his kids call him Mr. Potato Head.
So yeah, sometimes when they want to get to him, seemed like a good sport.
You're going to vote for him?
When is the election?
I'm not allowed to ask.
Well, Albo hasn't gone to the Governor General yet.
Right.
He's got to do that soon. It's got to be sometime before April, I believe. We're talking maybe late March, early April.
Right. He's he's very tough, Peter Dutton.
Yeah.
He's worked in some very big jobs and he's very intelligent, but he impressed me last night on 60 Minutes.
No ukulele?
No ukulele, but the wife did reference it, Mrs. Dutton.
Good on
She said
her.
He can't sing, he can't dance, and he can't play the ukulele.
I like her.
I actually really liked her too.
Remember, our show is a non-judgment zone.
Is that an important distinction to make?
I actually think that you need to be able to laugh at yourself. Probably more important.
100%. Whatever you've done in your life, I'm sure one of us three have done something worse.
Oh, no, we've had some pretty strange phone calls.
Yeah, Yeah, good
Anyway, the Kardashians, they seem unattainable. They seem like people that none of us can ever live up to their lives. They look glamorous and perfect and kind of kooky.
Yep.
Anyway, Chloe's got a podcast now. I'm not sure if you've heard any of it. She does it with a couple of friends. She did one the other day and she admitted they'd been drinking before. I think they were drinking mimosas as they were doing it. They were a bit tipsy when she started telling this story about a guy that she once dated who had a very bad habit.
I was dating someone and he slept over and he wet the bed.
No.
What? But like just wet the bed. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Obviously, because we're adults. This is weird.
Never.
And then I remember I was like, he was never addressed it. Like we never talked about it.
She went on to say that it happened multiple times, more than once.
Question.
Do
we know if it was after a big night?
Well, so she ended up, because she was telling her friends and they were like, no way. And she said, I had to tell my sister. So she calls Kim and Kim's like, she goes, do you remember that guy I dated who kept wetting the bed? And Kim's like, yeah, I remember. And she's like, tell the girls. And Kim goes, it was after a big night though, but Kim was very quiet. And then Kim just goes, Chloe, I'm in a financial meeting. I can't do this right now. But then her girlfriends were like, okay. So then they deep dive into whether he was drinking or not. And
Which
Chloe,
I've never understood.
but still, it doesn't matter.
No, but I've never understood.
If you can't not wet the bed when you drink, I would stop drinking.
Exactly right. I've never understood these stories where people go, oh, yeah, after a few, like, yeah, my partner does wet the bed. I'm like, well, then don't
drink.
Don't have a few.
Oh, my God. If I pissed the bed when I drank, I wouldn't drink again. Unless I lived
Have
alone.
you ever?
No, not from drinking.
No, so
when
as
I
an
was a
adult,
kid, I was a
when was the
bedwetter.
last time you did?
As an adult,
probably when I was 5.
you've never pissed the bed? Not even a little bit?
No.
Okay.
You?
Oh, you look like a bedwetter.
I feel like it's a more a man thing.
No.
You scream bedwetter to me.
No, I've not pissed the bed. No.
I'm just
Jace?
not
No.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good.
pretty good. That doesn't sound like a no to me.
No, I'm good.
I just don't know how I'd feel if Paul and I were dating and he weed on me in his sleep.
Thank God you finished that sentence.
In his sleep. I just would not like that. I don't know if he'd if
if he was awake,
continue
all good
the
for it, but-
relationship.
There's plenty of people who would.
That would be a bit of a
Turn off.
yeah,
I think if
well,
you're
not just a turn off. I think that'd be like this relationship is cancelled.
I think if you're an adult with plastic sheets, you need to have a good look at yourself.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, no
I had a
judgment zone.
girlfriend
A
who was
mattress topper.
who was a prolific bedwetter.
Really?
You know her too,
Yes.
Clint. And she used to go out and she'd sleep over. Like you would stay at your own house if you knew it was a bad habit.
Oh,
she'd
yeah.
sleep over at girlfriends' houses and they'd wake up soaking wet, and
Oh,
she'd
in
still
her
be asleep
wee.
in her friends' beds.
Oh, no.
You, if you're a bedwetter, stay in your own house.
I worked with a girl and we had to travel for a work event, and when we got back to the station the next day, a bill came from the hotel for a soiling fee because she'd wet the bed.
Soiling is a terrible word.
Yeah. And
What,
accounts
with
had
a
to...
girl that you'd hooked up with.
No. It was like a co-host. We'd gone travelling for work. So she had her own room. I had mine. And when we got back to work, they were like, hey, have you guys got a second to come into the boss's office? And the boss had to go,
Oh,
"I've been
come
given a
on.
soiling
Surely
fee."
you just cover that and don't humiliate the person. Soiling fee. That's terrible. No, that sounds like she's done worse than wet the bed.
Did you fire truck the bed?
That sounds far worse than that.
13-24-10. Let's be honest. No judgment. You can't even change your name. When was the last time you wet the bed?
Oh.
Should we check the team? Let's go around the team.
Oh, Brody would have wet the bed.
Oh,
probably
absolutely.
last
On
weekend.
purpose. Our executive producer, The Thumb.
It happens.
How often?
Oh, not regularly, but probably once a year.
And what does your wife say?
Oh, it's unfortunate, yeah.
Is she mad?
Yeah, she doesn't love it.
Is she mad?
Yes.
She's angry.
We've just started a new year. Have we cracked 2025 yet, or is it still to come?
No, I'll let you know when it happens this year. I'll send you all a text.
I feel like producer Jizz would wet the bed.
Yeah.
Because he goes rogue. He doesn't drink all the time, but
No, he
when he
looks like
does.
a bedwetter. Hey.
I've done it once or twice.
And I love your partner, Claudia. She would not cope.
No, thankfully the one time it happened after a big day and night, we weren't living together, so she didn't really know.
How would Claudia cope if you did it?
She'd be gone.
Gen Z? Did Gen Zers wet the bed, or is that like an old thing?
She's clean.
Yeah.
I did like 2 years ago.
Oh, surprising.
Really?
Well, it wasn't in the bed. It was I was standing up and I thought I was at the toilet.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that happens a lot.
Oh, people go to
especially
the
with
wrong
men.
door.
They go and they think that they're weeing in the toilet and they're like doing it in the sock drawer.
No, not that door. Not that drawer.
Remember when Paul got up to go to the toilet in the middle of the night completely naked when we were in Milan, and he walked out of the hotel door and was stuck in the hallway completely butt naked?
He didn't pee in the hallway, did he?
No, he woke up. Like, he must have been half asleep, and then he woke up and was butt naked in the hallway.
Just going for ice.
And I didn't wake up when he was banging on the door.
13 24 10 is our number. Melbourne, when was the last time you wet the bed?
Be honest.
Yep.
I want to know if it's really happening out there.
Feel free to dob in a partner as well. In return, we got free stuff to go this morning. I got gym memberships, skin control packs, and tickets to Melbourne Fashion Festival. Don't do it there. 13 24 10. When was the last time you wet the bed? We are talking bedwetters.
Yes, Khloe Kardashian was talking on her podcast this week about a guy she dated who had a bad habit of wetting the bed after a few beverages. And we want to know, is this actually happening? Some of our producers say it happens a lot. I'm not a bedwetter.
No,
you two
nor
have
am I.
not confessed that you are.
What? I would know. I would know, actually.
I was about to say, you know, you'd wake up in a pool of wee.
Yeah.
13 24 10 is
a good
our number.
point.
Are you a bedwetter? Or when was the last time you wet the bed? Or maybe it was someone that stayed at your house.
Oh, that's
Or lives at your house.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't get any complaints.
Adult bedwetters.
Let's go to the phones. 13 24 10 is our number.
Aiden in Taylor's Lakes, morning.
Morning, how you guys going?
We're good. You sound like a bedwetter.
You do.
Cheers for that. So it hasn't happened recently, which, thank God, but used to have a problem with sleepwalking.
I've heard this. So would you just wee in random places?
So I walked downstairs in front of my watchful parents' eyes, grabbed a glass of water, slammed it on the floor, proceeded to walk upstairs and start pissing on the stairs.
On the stairs?
Yeah, see, sleepwalking's so scary because you can do anything.
They'd know it was coming too. They'd see you filling up the glass.
Oh, here he goes.
There we go. Dale, get them up. Get them up.
Rebecca in Geelong, good morning. Now your boyfriend, it's him. What's he done?
Morning, Jason Lauren. It was years ago now, my then boyfriend, now husband, so we stuck it out. We were staying at my mum's house. We'd been to a wedding and we'd given it a fair nudge. And we went to bed and I woke up to wet on my leg. And to which I abandoned the bed and I'm down on the mattress. He's still fast asleep, couldn't wake him. Next morning he wakes up, jumps down next to me. He's like, what happened? I said, well, you've wet the bed. He's like, he had to go to cricket. We were both very hungover. And he goes, what am I going to tell your mum? And I said, do not worry about this, just leave. And then I heard him go out to mum, who was making a cup of tea, and say what had happened. And then I'm listening to what my mum says. My mum says to my 27-year-old boyfriend, accidents happen.
No.
You went ahead and married him.
Good on him and confessing it, though.
Yeah, I would have thrown Rebecca under
But also
the bus.
doing it at your in-laws' house is
not
great.
ideal.
What, you would have walked out to mum
Yeah,
with...
your daughter's just pissed the bed.
Clean her up.
Jess in Mernda, morning.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We are good.
When was the last time it happened to you?
Not all that long ago, and very similarly to the first caller, whenever I've had a few bevies, there seems to be a bit of sleepwalking that happens. And my poor husband has been left to clean up the couch when I thought that was the toilet, the bedroom floor. It's really... Luckily, I've got a great husband who has helped and never made me feel embarrassed when I've got a sore head the next morning.
Is it like when when you were a kid and you're trying to get out of that stage so you'd avoid sleepovers? Do you avoid sleepovers as an adult? Will you stay at other people's houses?
Yeah, it's not a problem. It only ever happens at my own house.
Oh, that's good.
That's so funny. Have you considered nappies after a few drinks?
No, but I'm sure he's considered putting one on me before I go to bed.
All those puppy pee pads on the couch.
Yes.
He's a good husband.
That's romantic. Hang on, Dale, before you just climb into bed, I'm just going to lay out these puppy pee mats.
It's always after drinking.
You got to change your sheets.
Bad for you.
I know.
Look at me all high and mighty on FebFast. Drinking's bad for you.
Oh, here we go. Can we rewind the tape 30 days ago?
Give it 12
8
days.
a.m. Are we doing mimosas? We're running late.
Hey, one of the most captivating and shocking stories in a really long time was the Belle Gibson story. Now, she was the young Australian woman who was a fraudster. We found out. She had the whole pantry. It was put on Apple Watches. She made a lot of money. She's back in the headlines because Netflix have released a show called Apple Cider Vinegar. But when we first got to know Belle Gibson outside of her own, what she was calling her success, was when Tara Brown interviewed her on 60 Minutes. You may remember this.
How old are you? I've always been raised as being currently a 26-year-old.
Okay, Belle. This is a really, really simple question. How old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
What do you know the truth to be now?
That's probably a question that we'll have to keep digging for.
Jesus.
It made a lot of people's blood boil.
Didn't it?
I wanted to pick my television up and throw it out the window watching that, but I couldn't stop
Because
watching.
of Belle, not Tara.
No, definitely not Tara.
Oh, no, not Tara.
Hey,
and I'm with Belle. Sometimes I think I'm 26 still.
Dangerous Lies, Unmasking Belle Gibson is on tonight at 9:10 on Channel 9 and 9 Now. Tara joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tara, how much has this thrown Belle Gibson back into the spotlight, this Apple Cider Vinegar show on Netflix? Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I have been triggered, yes.
I bet.
Does it seem accurate?
Oh, accurate is not a word you can use in relation to anything to do with Belle Gibson. I'm as confused today as I was 10 years ago. Not to take away from the streaming service or the show itself, it's terrific and it's so well acted, but it's just so confounding to be able to follow Belle's story because it chops and changes. What seems feasible is completely not, and so it's entertaining, that's for sure.
Were you happy? Were you happy with how you were portrayed? Because the 60 Minutes interview is a large part of it, and someone plays you.
Yeah, well, that's always weird, right? I don't think it's ever happened to me before, but it's seeing how other people might observe you is always a bit confronting. But no, it's great to watch. I think our show, however, on tonight. Shows much more of that interview and much more of the Belle we encountered.
What are we expecting to see? Because obviously so many people are fascinated by this story, and it's a terrible story, but it is quite fascinating because it's beyond belief, right? Are we seeing more behind the scenes of that 60 Minutes interview? Are we finding out where she is now?
Well, we don't find out where she is. There are rumours that she's somewhere in Melbourne. Whether she's under an assumed name or her own, I'm not sure. But what it really does, I guess, is a decade on, which is incredible in itself. It pieces together, the story of Belle Gibson and how she came to be exposed. And we talked to one of her closest friends who became a major whistleblower, which led to this story being broken in The Age. And we revisit the interview, and there are parts to it that haven't been seen before. So I think it really, paints the picture of what the world was being told by this woman who was, everyone wanted to believe, everyone was very sympathetic towards, and exposes what she was really like.
Tara, do you remember the chat that you did with her and then sort of when you stopped rolling? I always think that's interesting. Like, you're in the room, the interview's finished. Did you have much of a conversation afterwards, or she just walked out?
No, she was pretty upset at the end. No, it wasn't, it wasn't the warmest ending, but it not that it was meant to be. There was nothing vengeful about it.
No.
You were very calm in
Let's
that
be honest.
interview.
I've done several hotel interviews with guests before, and when the interview doesn't go well and you're wrapping up that mic cable, you're trying to wrap it up pretty bloody quickly.
So Tara, what was your feeling as you walked away then? How did you feel? Were you angry?
More dumbfounded,
Yeah.
really, because the lies continued, and the whole point, we knew that she had been very loose with the truth in the lead up to that interview, and we believed that she was coming on to make an apology, to explain herself, but she just became more and more slippery, and it was almost like, it was confounding, and it was kind of like, at the end of it, I was going, did we get any clarity? I really don't know. It was a long interview, and it was frustrating at times because it often started with a pearl of truth and ended up somewhere else.
Did you ever hear from her after that interview? Because it seemed like she had a way of then having an answer for everything and always coming back when she was criticised.
Do you think she slid into Tara's DMs?
No, but like, did 60 Minutes ever hear from her again, or was she just after that interview? Was it just nothing?
Look, the most priceless bit of communication came very soon after that interview, and that was a letter from her doctor. It was addressed to her, but she shared it with us, which stated very clearly that she was completely well. And this was a letter that she had well before the Wellness app and the Wellness Warrior career took off. And so she knew, very clearly. She'd had a 45-minute face-to-face consultation with the doctor. She had a letter from the doctor saying that she was not unwell. And she actually supplied that to us. So during the interview, her great claim was that she accepted she'd never had cancer, but she always believed she did. And this was telling the world that she knew she
How
didn't.
do you think she managed to fool so many people? Like, Apple is one of the biggest organisations in the world. How did she manage to pull the rug over their eyes?
I think it was a moment in time. It was the start of Instagram. It was the wellness world was really taking off. She was what we wanted to be.
Yeah.
It was perfect timing. She was the picture of health.
Had they not learnt from uploading U2's album on our iPods?
Seriously.
Come on, Apple.
The notoriety, if you will, and the attention Belle Gibson is getting right now, tonight on Channel 9, the Netflix special. Do you think she's, in a sick and sad way, enjoying it?
God.
Possibly. I mean, it has been raised by others that there was a great need for attention.
Yeah, right.
And, the fantasy world that she entered into well before wellness was claiming this terrible, terrible state of unhealth, which garnered a lot of support from her skater world friends. And so there seems to be that pattern. I'm not a psychologist, but, there isn't it's not attention that most people would like.
No.
Yeah, no.
I think she thrives off it.
I can't wait to watch this tonight, Tara.
Dangerous Lies, Unmasking Belle Gibson. It's on tonight, 9:10 on Channel 9 and 9 Now. Tara, just before we let you go, I know you requested to ask something.
Well,
what are we asking?
Well, I'm very confused actually, Lauren, because the Daily Mail continues to print your age between 41 and 42. So, Lauren, this is a very, very simple question. How old are you?
I believe I'm 26, Tara, and I behave like it too.
Simple question, Lauren. We can't get to the bottom.
Very simple question.
I believe that I'm allowed to behave like I'm 26. I can confirm I'm not 42 or 43.
I can see how frustrating this is for you, Tara, when they just won't tell the truth.
Well, it's worth noting.
I just want you to tell the truth, Lauren.
It's worth noting that the Daily Mail never get it wrong.
I'd like them to start writing that I'm 26, actually, so let's roll with
Tara Brown joined us on the air this morning. It's been a treat. Thanks so much, Tara.
Pleasure. Thank you.
See you tonight. I can't wait.
One question. $5,000. This is Chase and Lauren's $5,000 question.
Let's head to Werribee. Brooke, Austin, to camping, fishing, caravan. You need to go to the caravan show, Brooke.
Oh, my goodness.
Definitely.
It's actually really good. I've been to it before.
Sounds like we're on a kickback and we're going to get a free caravan. It isn't, but we're open to one.
Yeah. But that means I have to go caravanning with you.
Yeah.
It's great.
We're going to need one each.
Have you seen this? Like the caravans now, they've got
They're
showers and
amazing.
everything. No more tinea.
Really?
Well, unless you use the communal,
Brooke, do you catch fish?
Not all the time.
But you have caught a fish?
I wish I did. Yes.
Can you teach Jace how to...
He's got a tinny. He'll take you
He's
out.
a fisherman, apparently. I've never seen one, never heard about him catching one.
I think he just puts his life jacket on and goes and sits out in peace and quiet, floats on that boat.
Just working on the boat, babe.
All right, Brooke, let's see if we can win you some cash this morning. We've got 3 questions lined up. A hard one for $5,000, a medium question for $500, and an easy question for $50. What are you thinking on this sunny Melbourne morning?
A medium question.
Let's do it.
$500.
Rules are simple. You will hear the question You will have 3 seconds to answer.
I know the answer to this one.
So do I, and it's not my thing.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Righto, smarty pants.
Now, Brooke, you need to answer within the 3 seconds, okay?
Good luck. If you don't know, have a guess.
Yeah, good call. For $500.
What symbol represents the Capricorn star sign?
3, 2,
unicorn?
Unicorn. Well, it's not a unicorn. It's a goat, but it does have the big horns. I'm a Capricorn.
Is it not a unicorn?
No, there's no. I don't think unicorns were around when the star signs were being invented.
But star signs are,
Clint, wash your mouth out. It's a
I'm the
goat.
same.
I'm a Capricorn. It's the 22nd of December through till Jan 19.
I was devastated when Channel 7 stopped doing the horoscopes.
On the news.
On their news.
Yeah.
That was so dumb.
Maybe we should bring you the news.
Don't know if I'd lead with it. Hey, Brooke, thanks for giving it a crack. I'll tell you what, you're not going to go away empty-handed. How about we give you a double pass to the Melbourne Fashion Festival?
Ooh.
Thank you. That'd be great.
No worries at all.
So what
Good on you,
star
Brooke.
sign are you, Jace?
I am Virgo.
Oh, what does that mean? Is that the scales? No.
I hope not.
That's Libra.
Yeah. Libra is the scales.
What's Virgo?
Virgo?
Is the fish?
Oh, it'd be
No, that's Pisces.
something dopey if it's Jay. Don't you think?
Just a troll.
A skunk, maybe.
Is it just Dopey, one of the
Hang
seven
on,
dwarfs?
Wait, what animal?
What
is
are
it an
you,
animal?
Lauren?
Oh, my
I'm
God.
Capricorn.
Oh,
with
you're a
goat.
Cappy.
Greatest of all time, babe. You know me.
We're literally doing exactly what Channel 7 do on the news and we mock them.
But it's
Hang on,
better.
Virgo.
Yep, what am I?
Symbol.
Do they say stubborn? Virgos are stubborn?
Probably.
Or easygoing?
Oh, Virgo.
What is it?
Virgo is depicted as a young woman carrying a sheaf of wheat. An image that can be interpreted as fertility goddess. Well, you got 3 kids.
That was worth the wait. Hey, speaking of kids, we are on the lookout for something
Wow.
in Melbourne, and we need your help to find it. We'll tell you
The
what it is.
spirit animals associated with Virgo
Here we
are
go.
Still
wolf,
going.
a rabbit. Of course, you're a rabbit. A pest. Rabbits are pests, aren't they?
News on Elon.
Elon Musk.
I love how Trump says it. Elon.
This is story after story after story about Elon
Oh,
Musk.
mate, the footage of...
You were fascinated by the footage of his son on the weekend.
Oh, yeah. If you're picking your nose in the Oval, that's going to make headlines.
Why did he take his kid to do that press conference in the Oval Office?
I don't know, but if Trump could kill someone with his eyes...
The kid tried to shush Donald Trump.
Yeah. Did he
You need to shush your mouth.
say what he
That's
said?
what the kid
That's
said.
what the kid said to Donald.
Shush your mouth.
I love kids.
Surprised the bloody Donald didn't get the Secret Service to take him out.
Well, no, because we know who the real president is. It's Elon.
Yeah. Elon.
Well, Elon has a lot of kids, guys. Like a lot of kids. And
Thank God he didn't take them all in.
Well, there's potentially one more. I'm not sure if he knew about this 13th child or not.
13th?
Yeah.
That's bigger than a carnival.
Yes.
That's
No,
a
Baker's dozen.
an American conservative influencer, Ashley St. Clair, has posted on X, which is his platform.
Yep.
5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I've not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days, it has become clear that the tabloid media intends to do so, regardless of the harm it will cause.
Really?
I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment. For that reason, I ask the media honour our child's privacy and refrain from invasive reporting. And here we are talking about it.
Has Daddy come out and said anything?
Daddy Musk.
What has
Elon.
Daddy said? Has Daddy said anything? This happened yesterday. I don't know if Daddy said it. Has he said it's true?
Sorry, did you say?
She's chasing money, right?
Well, I mean, if it's his baby, she deserves money.
Question.
Did
you say 13 kids?
Well, he's got 12 that he knows of, and this would make 13.
To different mums?
Well, no.
Oh, here we go.
Is
They've
it
all
why-
got strange names, don't they?
Is that why we bought out that new Tesla
Oh.
van? The electric van.
Tesla
so we can
minibus.
So we can take the
Yeah.
family out.
Oh, hang on. Ashley St. Clair told the New York Post that Musk was funny, smart, and down to earth, saying they met after he slid into my DMs on X.
Oh.
She hasn't revealed the
sliding
baby's
in
name.
DMs on X?
She said it's the most
Elon.
Elon. It's his platform. He can do what he wants.
Sorry.
I was told to keep it a secret. I was being asked to keep it a secret forever, she told the New York Post. I was completely isolated during my pregnancy, every part of my career, and everything I used to do, I couldn't do anymore. I was told not to tell anybody.
13? Did you? 13 kids?
13!
13 kids! I got 3!
Yeah, how's that going for you?
The shop is shut!
Guys, he has broken his silence.
Oh, yeah. What's he said?
He responded to the claims on X. He wrote, WHOA. WHOA. That's it.
Oh, that's
WHOA.
That's confirmation.
Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk.
Can't wait.
Mr. Musk. That's hard to say.
Had to be read out at the kids' 18th.
Wrote on X in response to a post that claimed Ashley Sinclair had plotted for half a decade to have a baby with Elon Musk.
There you go.
WHOA.
Whoa. Elon.
Hey, guys.
It's a bit Tim the Toolman Taylor, isn't it?
Like 1-3. 1-3. 13.
13.
Do you want to say it again?
Imagine 13 kids.
13.
That would be so expensive, but he's a billionaire. He can do it. Kids could have. Doesn't he want 100 kids or something? Isn't he one of those?
Oh, God. 13 24 10 is our number. Let's find Melbourne's biggest family. 13's a lot.
13's
With his current Wi-Fi, when he would have slid into her DMs and had this
possibly,
baby.
possibly. We've moved on.
13's a name tag job.
Oh, absolutely.
So he shares 5 children with his first wife, Justine.
I think
who, you don't want the rundown?
No, I think we've moved
Then
on.
he had triplets.
We've moved on.
Have we?
I want to see a family tree.
13 24 10 is our number. We are looking for Melbourne's biggest family.
How many kids Elon got?
13!
I think we've moved on, Clint.
What do we say? Give us a ring if you've got anything over what?
I reckon 6.
Oh.
5.
Half does.
You got anything over 5? 13 24 10. Melbourne's biggest family. Where are you at?
We are on the hunt for Melbourne's biggest family. Elon Musk, a woman, has just come out and announced that she has had his child, which brings him to being a dad 13 times.
13!
13 kids. You've got to have a lot of money to have 13 kids.
You know what? Even with
You've got to have money to have one kid.
Even with all the money, though, it's the time.
Mate,
Like you're
Do you
on.
think he spends time with them all?
It's the meal prep.
The meal prep.
They'd be
Oh,
s-
The breakfast.
you'd be doing
The
a tuck
school
shop job.
lunches.
They'd be so spread out over so many years. The older ones would be able to babysit the younger ones.
Right.
Good.
Look
Okay.
after the little ones.
Let's find Melbourne's biggest family. 13 24 10 is our number. We're asking for anyone with over, 5 kids? Give us a ring.
Yeah.
I've just realised we're actually asking you to call us during school drop-off time, which the
Perfect.
place would be.
Sure, you got
chaos.
nothing to do right now.
Exactly.
Lauren in Gisborne, good morning.
Good morning.
Is
Good
it your
morning.
family?
Great to hear you guys on the radio again.
Oh, thanks, Lozzie.
Thanks, Lauren.
My mum is one of 17 kids.
Oh,
stop it.
17.
And the last 2 kids that were born were twins.
So they went for, that's unfair.
That's
they
a
went for
sting in the tail.
16 and they got 17.
Yeah.
Are they close?
Yeah, look, they're scattered all over Vic. There's probably, I think, about 7 still with us. Yeah, but family reunions and stuff were pretty epic.
Yeah. Do you do Christmases all together?
Oh, you got to do a Kringle.
We used to when we were little, but yeah, I guess as families get older and spread out,
Yes.
it's a little bit difficult. But
Wow.
yeah,
I feel
it's
like
a big shock when you tell anyone.
Can I ask, Lauren, how old is your mum?
She'd be about 72.
Yeah, so I feel like back in the day, families were bigger. Did she continue to have a big family? How many siblings do you have?
I've only got a brother,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
very
she
small.
learnt a lesson.
Yeah.
17.
Let's go to Mornington.
Wowee.
Sam, are you part of a big family?
Yes, I'm one of 9.
Oh, my goodness.
Struth.
So where do you sit in the family tree?
Number 7. With
Oh,
5
you're one of the
boys and
babies.
4 girls.
So can I ask, how old is the oldest and how young is the youngest?
Eldest Mark, he is 63.
So you
Yep.
got no idea because
You
there's
don't
just so
know.
many of them.
Can you run us through the 9?
Do you know their names?
Yes, of course I do. I know
Go
their
for it.
names.
Okay,
My
go for it.
Go,
Mum
Sam.
and Dad would struggle.
Yep.
There's Mark, Sue, Nigel, Johnny, Julia, Fleur, Sam, Toby, Roland.
There you
Real mixed
go.
bag there with the
What's
names.
the youngest one?
Roland.
Roland.
Sam, if you guys ever went
Roland.
out as a family, would you do like a car convoy
Well, how do you do
situation? Yeah.
Yeah, we used to. They used to shove us in the car. When we were young, we used to go camping up at Murray all the time, and we used to go in 2 old, big cars, and occasionally one would get left behind.
Did you love
One
being-
child.
One child?
Yeah, child and
Oh,
dog.
where's Roland?
Oh,
Roland.
we forgot him.
Oh, he's
We'd watch
home.
Home Alone and think, how could that happen?
Seriously, with 9 it'd be easy.
Oh, mate.
Sam, did you love being part of a big family? Because it fascinates me.
Yeah.
I've got a very small family, and big families I just love.
Yeah, no, it's great. And we all go away together every couple of years. The whole entire
o'clock slam. We all go away, and Christmas all together, and family birthdays.
And
stuff like that.
and did any of the kids continue on with the big families? Like, were there lots of kids?
No, mostly someone had his 3.
Oh yeah, see,
Don't know about the theme of the
I reckon
holiday.
we
Wow,
can beat
eh?
it. Can we beat it?
Enya.
Nope. Oh, no.
Oh, she sailed
lost
away.
her.
Oh, no.
What happened to Enya?
She sailed away.
Enya reckons she's got a bigger family than that.
Okay.
13, 24, 10.
Oh, Jenny called for
Enya's
us.
back.
Enya.
Enya, good morning. Enya?
Oh, hello?
Hi,
Oh,
Enya.
you're just so relaxed.
How many siblings? Sail away. How many siblings in your family, Enya?
There is 14 of us.
Oh, God.
Okay, run us through all the names, please.
Oh, okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Kathy, Louise, John, Maureen, Mark, Beth, myself, Nathan, Cassandra, Bernadette, Adrian, and Christopher.
Did you say Nathan accidentally twice, or,
Or
is there two Nathans?
No, there's one Nathan.
Oh, my
So
God.
Nathan, yeah, I always get muddled up between the line down. Nathan, Cassandra, Bernadette, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Adrian, and Christopher.
Oh,
That's a lot of
now,
work.
Enya.
If you could run through their partners' names as well.
Enya,
Yeah, forget that.
What was dinner time like at your house?
Hectic. It was like lining up at a tuck shop sort of thing.
So
You had to line up with your plate ready, and it was like go time.
You know what, though? In a way, that's easier because now, and I'm guilty of it as well.
Easier? You've got 3 kids. She's
but-
one of 14.
No, I know, but nowadays, and I'm guilty of this as well, you're doing bloody 2 different meals sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
one kid
not in
doesn't
our
want to eat
house.
that. One kid doesn't
Not
want
in
to
our house.
Not in our household.
No.
It was
If you didn't like it, you didn't eat.
Exactly. I need to bring back
Enya.
that.
True.
What was the
Make sure
most-
your dinner was warm.
What was the most chaotic thing about having 14 siblings in a family?
Day trips out, chaotic because it was like stacked on in the car. So back in the day, seat belts, what didn't matter. So it
Yes.
was stacked on in the car, and it was like hectic. Especially growing up in Brisbane in the heat, wasn't a good situation.
So Enya,
Yeah.
I'm one of 4, and I'm smack bang in the middle as well. And I complain of middle child syndrome. What's it like being? Because you're in the middle of 14. Do you just get forgotten?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Yep. You
Who's
got to remember everybody. Like, hello, I'm here. Hi.
I'll tell you
Who's
what.
your favourite of the 14?
Favorite would be my closest sister.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like the third down the line.
Who's the
Jen?
You
worst?
know what I was just thinking? Imagine if you had to take them overseas, filling out those
Oh
customs
my
forms.
You're not going
goodness.
overseas when you got 14
Yeah,
kids, bro.
You're not even going to Gold.
You're
Yeah,
not
no.
leaving your suburb.
Definitely
We
fine
were lucky to go to the next suburb.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Enya, you're a hoot. And do you all get together? Do big family lunches?
Yeah, we do sometimes. It's a bit hard because we're all scattered across across the world, basically.
Yeah. Plus, you'd have to book out the
I
restaurant.
want to come to the next one. Line
I
up
don't
like
know
I'm in
about that.
prison for a plate of food.
You know what? The siblings will probably just think you're one of them. They'll be like, I don't remember that
you look
sister.
different.
She. Yeah, which one's she?
Hey, we'll keep the phone lines open, 13 24 10. We're looking for Melbourne's biggest family.
Are
If
there
you're-
any with like 7 little kids now?
Oh,
Like 7 at school? Because I feel like this was back in the day people had 14 kids. You can't have that many kids now. Surely it's too expensive.
well, 13 24 10 is our number. If you've got a young family and there's a lot of them, give
You're
us
right,
a call.
though. You'd be very busy at school drop-off
Oh,
right now.
mate.
Mate, imagine going to the Royal Melbourne Show and all the show bags hanging off the pram.
You're not going to the Royal Melbourne Show
The
with
pram
14
would be going
kids.
up, mate. We filled the entire
I
chair.
feel like we should do this again after school drop-off and see who's
Yeah,
around.
good call. Hey, Jackson Clare from the Mighty Saints is joining us next. In a way, you could be taking to the field for St Kilda. We'll tell you how next on Nova. It's coming, isn't it? We spoke to Brownie earlier this morning.
It's almost how many weeks till round 0,
I think
which is
till
now called
opening round.
Opening round.
3 weeks away, 4 weeks till the season proper. You talk season proper. Round 1 should be the season proper, but it's opening round, which is the week before.
I feel like we've gone over this.
I know.
Jackson Clare from the Mighty Saints is in the house this morning. Good morning, mate.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Gosh, are you excited that the season's nearly here?
I am. We don't play round 0, so I feel like that's a bit of a myth.
As a
for us.
player,
It's
is
a bit
round
strange.
0 confusing to
Opening
you as it is to us?
round.
Oh, opening round now.
Yeah, it is. It's the other teams seem to get an extra bye than us, but that's all right. We won't go into that.
Oh, well, no, it seems
So
better
is
than...
it unfair opening round? You don't have to answer that. You can, Clint.
Well, no, everyone sort of gets the bye, don't they? At some stage,
You play opening round, you get another bye.
Yeah,
later in the year.
Oh, it is
first half of the year,
unfair.
Wow. Maybe not.
I
We'll
don't
see.
even get opening round.
Okay.
How are you feeling? 3 weeks out?
Yeah, feeling good. Been a big pre-season, but yeah, we're a pretty young list. A lot of talent, so trying to get these young boys up to speed on the way we want to play. So yeah, really optimistic about the year. It's going to be super
Have a
exciting.
listen to him. He's 30 now.
That's what I was about
he's
to ask, Jack. How
the
old are
older
you?
statesman.
I turned 30 last week.
Can you not refer to
I think
him
I'm
as
the
young?
fifth oldest at the
birthday.
club, which is a bit scary.
Are you really?
Yeah,
So it is a really young team.
yeah it is.
Is that hard to keep them under control in the off season when you're young?
Anyone on mopeds in Bali?
Yeah. No, it is. They're like a really driven young group. So yeah, they train super hard, and I'm like, boys, just go have a holiday. Like, you don't need to be at the club every day in your off season. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, kids are different now.
I know,
it's like
they're
all,
young and
all
fit.
my
Like,
nieces and friends who have kids in their 18th, 19th, 20s, it's all about health and wellness. They're not out partying like we used to.
No.
Not as much.
Hey, can we look ahead to round 9? It's going to be a very special round for the St Kilda Footy Club, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've got Spuds game again. I think it's the 5th iteration of Spuds game, and the first time we've got a Spuds Guernsey, which is really great. I think we had our first win in Spuds game last year, so it was a long time coming. But yeah, Friday night at the G against the Blues, it's going to be huge. It was great last year. We played the Pies. I think it was a Thursday night. Amazing occasion. Really privileged to play a game for mental health, and obviously in Spuds memory.
Proceeds going to the Danny Frawley Centre. So I was just going to say, I take the kids there a lot for swimming and stuff. It's an awesome facility they have there.
Yeah, it is. Obviously open to the public, not just Saints people, Saints supporters, general public.
Absolutely. They weren't letting me in as a football player.
I feel like the mental health discussion is more prevalent than ever, especially with footballers. There's been a lot of really sad stories out of the AFL. How much do you guys talk about mental health within the club and encourage, especially given that you're such a young team, for players to feel comfortable and confident to speak about their mental health?
Yeah, a fair bit. I think, when you look back, you probably think it just affects guys when they finish playing because they're a bit unsure about what their future might be after AFL footy. But, we've seen plenty of our own players suffer over the past few years with their mental health. So, trying to get them comfortable to talk about it, not in front of everyone maybe, but...
Is there a certain thing that triggers it? Is it the pressure?
Oh, it's a number of things. Yeah, I think people see AFL and they think it's just full of all the good things. But, there's certainly so many challenges, so many pressures. And
footy players
can
are
be tough
human
to deal with.
beings like everyone else. And I think sometimes people forget that.
Danny's legacy, it's not just name only. It's not just the Danny Frawley Centre. He was a great St Kilda champion. Did you have anything to do with Danny? You've been at the club for a fairly long time now.
Yeah, he was. He helped out our backline for a couple of years there, maybe like 2017 and 2018. So I used to sit in the back of some team meetings, and it's pretty strong with his feedback. I probably shouldn't repeat some of the things he said to a few teammates, which stick out in my mind. But that's just how passionate he was, and he just wanted to see us be the best
funny
we could
man.
Be. He was hilarious. I remember one day out at Moorabbin, he rocked up on a motorcycle and he was on the oval doing donuts.
He was
before training.
Who's going to tell him off?
Well, the groundsman wasn't happy, but it was just odd, and I don't know, he was hilarious.
Hey, Spuds Game's coming up on Friday, the 9th of May. It's round 9 versus Carlton at the MCG. And there is an opportunity for everyone in Melbourne to have their name written on the Guernsey as you guys run out on the field.
So hold up the jumper for us.
This is a cool looking jumper.
Yeah, nice.
So we got it here, and you can see the blue cuffs on the sleeve, which is great. But yeah, you got the chance to buy a Guernsey. You get your name or someone else's name who means a lot to you, put on the Guernsey, and all the proceeds go to our programs run out of the Danny Frawley Centre at Moorabbin.
So you have to buy the jumper before midnight tomorrow night, Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. It cuts off. So you've got till midnight tomorrow night. You can buy a jersey. You can nominate someone you want, list it on there or write your own name on there, and then you get to be a part of the game, which is awesome, and all that money goes to such a great organisation.
I'm not sure how much they are, but if we chuck in, say, $2,000 overpay for the Guernseys, can we get our names put on there?
Absolutely.
Done.
There you go.
100%. Thank you.
There you go. We'll donate $2,000.
First time I pulled on a Saints jumper, but anyway.
Jace, Lauren and Clint, where would you like it written across the...
Just on the heart, Lauren.
Oh, on the heart.
I'm full of heart.
On the bicep, that's what he means.
No wonder
Jack's
you're
bicep.
single if that's the sort of lines you're pulling out.
Hey, can I ask a footy question? Big Max. How is the big fella? He had a bit of a scare last week.
Yeah, he did.
Hurt the knee.
We had a horror day on Friday. A few boys went down, so it's a pretty flat feeling. But Max is okay. Yeah, we probably feared the worst there for a while, but scan was good, and no damage. So hopefully, he'll be back in
This is Max
the next
King,
couple of
who's
weeks.
going to save the day for St Kilda and break the premiership drought, along with Jack, of course.
Oh, I think St Kilda's the one to watch this year.
Do you?
Little Smoky.
Here we go. Let's ask
Oh, here
Jace
we-
a footy question.
Hey,
Why do you say that,
Footy
Jace?
Oracle. Footy
let's,
Oracle. Here we
let's
go.
ignore the second half of last year, but I thought you guys were having a good run. Keep in mind, I did all right in the footy tipping in the paper, thank you. That was a
What
fluke.
happened in the second half of last season?
They just, you didn't get as many wins as the first
I
half.
thought they came home. I think they came home well.
Was it the opposite?
Yeah, everyone five out of their last 6.
Good on you, Jack. You tell him. He's got no idea about footy, and we love
I'm dyslexic. I
When-
look at the year calendar wrong.
when
Sorry, I
he
get the other
chimes
way
into a
around.
footy chat. I love the Saints, though.
He walked
Good
into
luck.
that.
Yeah,
luck
like I was
for this
saying,
year.
go great.
Where did you finish in the footy tipping?
I was like, Brody, what was I? Was I like third? I was up there.
You finished second.
Sick.
Which
Listen
just
to the
goes to
surprise
show
in his voice.
footy tipping, like, the better you are,
unpredictable.
the worse you are at, like,
Yeah,
knowing about footy.
Hey, Jack, good luck for the year ahead, mate, and good work on Spuds Game. This is a great incentive.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me.
Make sure you hit up saints.com.au. You got to do it before 11 p.m. Was it
11:59 tomorrow night.
There you go. Money going to such a good cause. Ed Sheeran on the air and right across Melbourne. This is Nova 100. It is Jason, Lauren, Clint's here as well. How's Ed getting the amp unplugged? They pulled out the cables
last
while
week.
he was performing on the street last week.
saw that.
Where was he?
He was in Asia. That was humiliating.
It's quite funny.
Poor old Ed.
I don't think Ed gets humiliated. I think he just is like, he takes everything like a grain of salt. He seems to laugh at most things.
Well, I mean, humiliating for the person who decided to kick him off the street.
Yeah.
Yes.
The cop's probably gone home going, shut down a busker today. Oh, Ed Sheeran.
A busker.
Right.
He had a good voice.
Guys, we are getting out of here.
Thank you for being a friend.
I want to keep the search open, though. We were chatting earlier. Elon
Musk.
Apparently has his 13th child.
Well, a woman has a 5-month-old that she said is Elon Musk.
That's a lot.
She's been trying to keep it private.
Of course she has. There's a few holes in her
We-
story.
The pesky media have made her reveal
How
the
dare
truth.
they?
Bloody media. Hey, we're on the lookout for Melbourne's biggest family. So if you are part of it, or you've got a young family and multiple kids, 13 24 10 is our number. Give us a ring because
I think 5 is like there'd be lots of families with 5, but 6 kids plus.
I
currently.
reckon 6
Oof.
plus. Yeah,
Oof.
6 plus because that's. What's a carnival hold? 8.
Yeah.
But you need one in the front.
Yeah, but it's only 2 seats. I think
Oh,
roof racks.
wow.
Roof racks.
Double-decker car, like a double-decker bus.
Why don't they have them?
You
Anyway,
get
that's
stuck in the tunnel probably.
That's a chat for another day.
13 24 10 is our number if you are part of one of those families. If you've got 6 plus kids, we'd love to hear from you.
Have a great day, everyone. Melitracina is in next week. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova.